Hey guys, it's me, Dominus. It's 1:20 in the morning of Monday, and kind of want to make this for you guys as my farewell thing. Sorry if I sound about tired. It is early. This is kind of the only time I could do it with all the stuff that's going on and everything. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to do this as a farewell. I mean, I'll be back, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know what's actually going to happen after 3 months, but hopefully I'll be back. I will be back. And, yeah. When I started this RP with, I believe, sorry if I'm wrong, it was Izanami and Canny, and then a few others, they all kind of came and went. When I started this, though, I didn't exactly expect it to last this long. A lot of role plays I've been in haven't lasted all that long. There's always been some kind of drama that happened that kind of broke everything apart, either from a new person or just people not talking things out and things just kind of falling apart. And when I first started role playing a long while back, I think it was like 17 or something, 4 years ago, when I first really started doing it. I was in a small group, a few people, and we had this one leader. He was a terrible leader, to be honest. He was just very controlling in a bad way, and he was also young. He was like 13 or something, and all of us were way older than him. It was just kind of like, okay, maybe he shouldn't be a leader the way he was acting. He was very selfish, I should say. But after that, me and people from there just kind of all exfilled. We all left all at once, which, thinking back now, is almost a terrible thing, because that's the one huge fear I have, being your guys' leader, is that I'll mess up so badly one day and you'll all leave at once. I'll just be there alone. That's probably is my greatest fear about the group. And it's that fear has caused me to make some bad decisions to where I'm just been like, just some bad decisions, really. But we all left that group, and we made our own group, and we had a council, because we didn't want a big one leader again like happened last time. We made a council where they wanted to make decisions and work together, and me and my friend Joel were kind of the two big leaders. We kind of made most decisions. Everyone else would just kind of go through it, but we all repeated. Things went well, and I'd say the thing that ruined it, though, was me, to be fully honest, because I was selfish in a way. I was, as with this group, I was the bad guy. I was playing as Dominus. I didn't completely create the story. There was never really a story. It was more of just like kind of, let's fight this guy kind of thing. Small adventures, but I was a bit too controlling in like what I wanted to happen, what I wanted the stories to happen. And it caused the groups to fall apart really badly. I mean, maybe I shouldn't blame fully on myself, because they were very uncooperative. They were just, it was a bad mixture at times, and people had to go work on things. But I would join up with this Joel and the others again, break up again, join again, break up again, join again, and it would always last like 3-4 months, maybe. Maybe there was one time that was 6 months, but that would last a pretty good amount of time. I made really good friends, and it'd always just fall apart usually the same way. There'd just be one argument over a fight or something, and it would just all fall apart. Again, that's always been my fear with our group too, is that we would have one big argument and everything would fall apart, But during my last group, It fell. I don't know if it fell apart because I left it because it was just getting too weird, too strange, too like just too odd. Like our leader, Joel became the leader. You know, I left too many times, and I cannot be part of the council or the leader anymore. And that was totally a fair decision on their part. But Joel, he was controlling the kingdom. He was the leader, and he was a child king. You know, his parents were killed by something, I don't know, and he made the kid king a Jedi, basically. Not just Jedi. He called him a Skywalker. And there's this huge, like, I guess, parody or something going on. It was just like, no. I mean, I'm someone who likes creativity. I don't want to be completely ripping off of something, you know, calling him Skywalker or even a Jedi. You know, you can make something similar to Jedi, but don't call him a Jedi. But that's what happened. So, a few more things with that. I had a big argument with somebody because all this tension was building up because I didn't say anything about it. Just like, are we serious about this? Are we really doing this? They're like, yeah, we're really doing this. So that's what happened, and I was just like, and no, I can't do it. I couldn't deal with it. It didn't feel right. And so I joined a smaller group that was fully chaotic. The admins weren't there. We had no idea what the heck was going on. I met some good people there. You know, there's where I met Canny, and Izanami was there. And of course, the leadership wasn't there. Things were getting kind of chaotic, and I was just like, here we go again. But this time, us three, we left there and made our own group, and more people joined. And Sam eventually joined. I'll be honest, Sam, when I first met you on there, I was just kind of like, okay, can I get her out of here? She's really crazy. No offense, Sam, no offense. It's just, it was my personality then, you know. I didn't like the crazy people. I didn't like the cheapy characters and all that, and the childish manner, because I'd been so many RPs with that. That was kind of sick, but I knew the bad stuff, basically. And, I mean, I shouldn't know. I didn't exactly know the bad stuff. I just had experience with which was bad and what didn't usually work, because it would become too crazy, too wild, too silly, and I felt like that was in you, Sam, but as I got to know you, you proved me definitely to be wrong. You are a great role player. You know how to mix in the silly with the serious. You know how to be a good character. You did so well in the RP that, of course, I made you one of the major characters. You know, as in, like, I made you one of the chosen. I made you very, very important towards the main storyline. And to even continue on to the next RP, and I hope towards the further ones, because your character with Aiden, you know, I like him. He has a lot of potential, and with your permission, of course, and if we make another 10 year later, to where he's even older, I think he'd be a good candidate for being a chosen for the next fight against Dominus. This is what I have planned. Not spoilers, because, I mean, come on. But, no, you proved me wrong, and I thank you for that, because you're such a good addition to this group. And then, Canny, you're in this group. You've always been level-headed, but you've always been fun. You've been fair. You've always been a good person to talk to, and honestly, I can't think of anybody better to lead the group after I am gone. I can't imagine anyone else I could trust more. Not that I don't trust you, Sam, and Olivia, and Fred, everyone else. Not that I don't trust you guys. It's just that when it comes to keeping with the rules and knowing what's going on, to being a good, like, by the books, not even just not by the books, I should say, but like being a good leader, a good replacement for me, I'd have to say Canny. You know, you were here at the beginning. You know, you helped make the group at the beginning. I hope I'm getting that right, or it's going to be really embarrassing. But you were there, you know the rules, and I can't think of anyone else. And then, like I was saying, your appearing skills is phenomenal. I mean, the whole thing we did with Lilia and Dima, or Dema, what you want to call it. Dima or Dema. Actually, I mean, Dema is actually growing on me a bit. You know, after you mentioned that, it is growing on me a bit. But the connection we made there, like, again, as I said before, I didn't think the RP was going to go that far. And the connection we made with the two characters, though, was phenomenal. It's a great story material. I mean, there's so many things this RP that happened that I didn't think would happen. The connections that were made that were just so perfect. But again, when I started this RP, I kind of almost based it off the ones I had with my other groups. Something we didn't exactly finish, and that was something that bothered me. Like, I had a good story set up, and it was never. I had to leave, and things just broke apart before I could actually make the story. So I did base it off the beginning, at least. I based it off one of the older ones, but you guys changed it so drastically and so much that it was honestly amazing. Like, I want to create stories. I want to write books. I'd love to write this whole Elzarian story into a book with all of your characters, of course, main characters. And, like, of course, I want to write books, but the only problem I have is that I'm one person with one mind, and it's hard for me to be creative, think of other people, but your guys' personality and your decisions sometimes just blows my mind at what you guys actually think of, because I didn't think of that, but you guys did. Yeah, sometimes it is frustrating when I try to make things completely plain obvious and what you should do, and like, you guys don't realize it. But again, that's my mind and different minds, which is one of the great things about this RP, is that it shows how different we all are and how differently we all think, and it still all works out, though. We'll still make a huge, great story. And so, Izanami, or Fred, I don't know what's going on with the names. I've been out of the loop with that. Sorry about that. I'll admit that. I've been a bad leader in that part. I haven't been that personal with you guys. And I'll get to that in a second. But Izanami, or Fred, sorry. You've been such a great help to this group. You haven't posted that much, and I know I kind of rack on you about that a lot. But you've been a great addition to being an admin to this group. I mean, you've done the dirty crud I hate to do, and that is looking through all the character sheets constantly when new people come in and then saying, no, we can't have you, you know. I hate doing that to people saying, no, because it's just so awkward. But you've done all the dirty stuff for me, and I thank you for that. And you've always been great comic relief in the OC chat and been a great friend so far, and I want to thank you for that. Now, Arwen, no, I don't mean that in a bad way. You know, when you joined the group, you know, we were friends at college, and you joined the group, and I wasn't sure what to think at first. I was kind of like, how long is this gonna last? Is this gonna work out? Because we actually know each other, and that made me very like scared at first. Just because, oh great, we actually know each other. This could cause some drama or something, which sometimes it did. But you are also a great, amazing addition. I mean, you keep talking about how like, oh, I could just go away and everything would be fine with the story. Maybe, possibly, but honestly, it would not be the same. Because you extended the last RP by like a third of the story. You made it much longer, much more in depth, much more characters. I mean, the whole Woodstraw thing, I mean, that whole part. Sorry, I'm sitting on my foot, so I have to change that. My chair's gone on my desk. Dad took it out because he used it for his other desk. So I'm sitting on the floor, sorry. But, like, you extended the story. You added so much more to it. The whole thing between Arwen and Woodstraw was honestly amazing. Like, the way it planned out. And again, it was one of those things where, like, if I was your character, I would have thought it was him. And maybe for a little bit you did, but then, like, I was able to cover it up and able to, like, trick you in a way, you know, with that whole thing. But the way it all played out, it played out amazingly. And none of that would have happened without you. And then the ideas you've had, the fighting scene with Dominus, all the things you've added to it, you've added a lot more structure to the story. So no, you are not replaceable. You cannot be replaced. Nobody in this RP can be replaced because each one of you are special. Each one of you brings something more to this group. Any of you leave, there's going to be a huge, huge gap, and from the groups I've been in, those gaps can't be fixed. When someone's gone, it's a huge hole, and that hole just starts breaking things away. So yeah. And I want to apologize to you guys for not being a better leader, because I know I haven't been the best. I know you guys sometimes disagree. Like, oh, well, I'm not going to say that. I've made a lot of mistakes as the leader, but sorry, I didn't write out this as a speech or anything, so I'm pulling all this out of my head. But I know I've been short-tempered with you guys sometimes. I know I've been very controlling. I mean, I've been controlling the whole story and trying to plan things out, but you know, I've attempted and tried to make it in a way so you guys are making most of the decisions. You guys still plan it out, and I just adjusted, trying to get back in the story. I know this recent dancing with Woodster and Arwen was definitely an example of that, to where I was trying to control a situation to where I wanted a certain outcome, I wanted certain things said, but it all changed and I'll just feel messy because I tried that. And so I want to apologize for that, for being controlling, and also for being pushy. I know I've pushed you guys a lot to post and everything. I shouldn't really do that, you know, as a leader. I should make it fun, make it patient, make it slow where it's fun, you know. I'm just someone who's always on, and not all of you can always be on, and it took me a bit to realize, like, okay, I need to step back, you know. I know Fred made me realize that in the council chat once. But one great thing about having you guys all in this group is that you've helped me grow as a person. You've helped me realize my mistakes. You've helped me be a better leader. You guys have been so amazing and great. I see each one of you as a family, as a member of a family. I think of you guys as a second family to me. We might be online. Most of us have never even seen each other. I mean, some of you might have faced video chat. Ow. That's another thing I want to mention. Is Arwen. That's one thing you're great at that I'm not. Is connecting with everybody. I haven't been able to connect with everyone personally. I haven't been good at that. I've been very far away and a bit cold sometimes, but that's just how I am as a leader. But you've been very personal with everyone. You've kind of connected everyone on a personal level. You brought in that Discord chat, which I'll admit, when I first heard of it, I was just kind of like, no, I do not want anything like that. I don't want people's face shown. I want everything kind of like secretive, because it's from the things I've had in the past. I'm afraid of drama and all that, but it has brought us closer together, and you can touch people in the group in a way that I can't. So again, you are an important person to this group. Again, as I was saying, I see you guys as a family. Every single one of you. Olivia, Samantha, Canny, Fred. I know I've learned some of your guys' real names, and I'm not saying them right now just because, again, it's one of those comfortability things. I just like calling you by the names I met you guys with, you know. Having the new names makes it just kind of feel like to me like I'm meeting a new person. But, again, I keep going on over this. You guys are a family to me. I'm gonna miss you guys so much out there. You have no idea. No idea. There's been a lot of times my family have been completely against what I'm doing in the RP. They think it's a waste of time and stuff, and like sometimes I would agree with them that, you know, this isn't real, it's kind of fantasy, but you guys are real people, and you are real friends, and you've been great friends to me this whole entire summer in my college school year. My God, A whole year. A whole year. That's longer than any group I've ever been in. And it blows my mind sometimes we've been together this long, and it makes me just so much more angry that I'm leaving you guys because I want to make sure this all continues. You know, I have confidence that you guys will keep it together, but I just still feel guilty and terrible about leaving you guys. Sorry. Yeah, I think that's mostly everything I wanted to say. I think of you guys as family to me. I'm enjoying the military, the Marine Corps, where I'm afraid that I might change. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully I'll be able to come back to you guys. And just saying, I don't want to guilt you guys in having to stay together. If something happens where lives change, you guys have to leave, then leave, okay? If you have to. I think everyone can understand if something happens and you need to leave, then leave, okay? Don't feel like because I'm hoping that everything's going to be all good and bad and going good when I come back, that doesn't mean it needs to be. You guys all have your own lives. If you wanted to go and break off and make your own group, that's all your choice. This is your RP now, your group now. I'm leaving Kenny in charge, but this is your council. You're the council. Each one of you has a say. So whatever you guys want to do, you can do. And I hope Potato and Logan come back. Or I hope they come back, because they also brought a lot to the script. I know I didn't talk about them. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Really sorry for the bad late night video thing, you know. But I love every single one of you guys. And I can't wait to see you again and talk to you guys again in 3 months. Love you all.